What's up, guys? Ninja, and real quick, I don't really know if this is a recent video, if it's old or new or whatever. Um, I mean, well, first off, what's up, guys? Ninja. I don't know if I agree with myself. Um, I don't know if this is recent or if this is a reshare or something, but this video is from a person called Long Island Audit. By the way, I don't mind him. I like him. He's a bit too soft sometimes. It doesn't matter how far you go if you don't go all the way. If you make it to a midpoint and you turn back, you might as well have not went at all, because that's basically the same thing, right? And even if you do make it like 75%, it doesn't matter if you don't go 100%. The only way change can happen is if you change the system. Changing, where you live, that's cool and everything, but there is, countless other towns that are in your state, count or other regions, and then states, and then the nation, and then other nations, and the world. Basically, like, again, depends on how you look at it or not. But the point is, on a big scheme, on the big stage, your impact is basically null and void at that point when you don't go all the way. Um, so what I want to point out here was how um, Sean was just Sean is Long Island Audit. The character, the person behind the camera, is named Sean. And that's all I'll say for personal reasons. Wink. Um, but anyways, he is defending himself because he is doing something that is it's kind of like me calling you out, basically. And I get people that call me a hater for doing this, and that's basically what's going on here. Is these people are treating him like a hater because he's doing what he's doing. And there are people that fuck it up because they're like, oh, look, a way to get money and a way to get fame and fortune, but just pretending, and they don't know what's actually involved. And this is why, if you follow my movement, basically, it's the anti false alpha movement, basically. Because that's what it is. Fake it till you make it. Puff out your chest and act like you have some kind of muscle under, and hope the kids and everybody falls in line. It's kind of like what's his name, Tyler One, for example, right? Or he's like, I'm trying to be loud, I'm trying to be proud, I'm faking it till I make it. And he's a classic example of someone who's fake who made it. But the reason why he made it is because what happens is, while he's trying to do that, or while those people exist in the world that to do that, companies with money will come and start dumping money into them, right? Behind closed doors, advertisements, or donators, or so and so's, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case, it's a way for me to pump money into you, um, and for you to pop off, and for kids to see you and follow you and act like you. And then the thing is, they think, oh, it's working with him, so I'm going to be like him. But they don't realize it's being artificially inflamed. And it actually doesn't work. It actually doesn't mean anything. It's just showing you why capitalism can be bad. When people have too much capital, they can now start, what's it called, altering freedom, basically. And then the Bernie Blackout, for example, and big names like Destiny will deny that it happened, and they will support Destiny in his claim that it didn't happen, but they'll shove me down in my arguments of proving that it did happen. Why is it that he can fill a stadium but he can't fill a chat room? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that pop up that, if brought up, would make a like a stink, as I say. They'd make a stink because people are like, oh, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you could react, right? Is the idea. And so that's why the Bernie blackout happened, basically, is we stopped pumping money into him. Not so much that that we're trying to silence him. I think that's what Steven's talking about. But again, he's saying they no one's trying to silence him. No one's saying that, Steven, you stupid ass. What we're saying is no one's talking about him at all, basically. And that's what we mean by the burning blackout. Not so much that we pressed him down, it's that we inflamed everybody else around him so that he's a small, like, grandma got run over by a reindeer. I suggest you watch that movie if you want to listen, because that's basically what happened. Basically, I know what that movie is about. Like, the main core is, um, what's it called? Grandma got run over by a reindeer, so her kids get all this power, and they want to sell out. And the grandma comes back and she's like, "No, you ain't selling out. This is my house." And you see like her little house surrounded by big skyscrapers and shit, because she never sold out. She could be multi-billionaire, but that's not the point. The point isn't the quick money. The point is to be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. There's people chasing money that own all this crap. Like, look at Trump, this $600 million boat, basically, sky boat, and he's not happy. You know what I'm saying? He will never find happiness. But that grandma had happiness. She could have a skyscraper, but she has a home, and that's her happiness. You know what I'm saying? And you want her to sell that out, and that's the whole point. Well, it's a good movie, but that's what's going on. Is those evil corporations are pumping money into the grandma's kids, and making her message 50 million times louder than Bernie Sanders. So it's not that you don't see Bernie Sanders because we're hiding Bernie Sanders, but we're hiding Bernie Sanders in the fact that we're making it seem normal to be up here because we're paying for it. When in reality, normal is actually down here. And because Bernie's up here and normal's down here, like, hold on, let me do this. So normal is like right here, Bernie Sanders is here, and the artificial inflatement's here, basically. And so what happens is everyone thinks normal's here, and this is why America sucks, because everyone's trying to hop onto this. They jump on and they start to fall after a while, and they don't know why. It's because that's what happens. That one guy makes it, and then they start to fall off. And meanwhile, everyone else is like, "I want it, I want it, I want it," but they'll never ever amount because it's artificially inflamed. It's pumped up by money and artificial resources. People don't actually care for it. It's just they think they do, and so people show up, basically. Right? It's like that. It's like, for example, like, Skyrim. That guy's like, "Oh, the Dark Priestess. She's a hot bitch, and her tits are fat, and everyone wants the mummy, give me milk." Right? That whole priest or whatever. And imagine him, but instead of just talking to a town square or the town whatever, imagine him being able to talk to everybody in town. The whole town is like, "Oh, the dark priestess," you know what I'm saying? Like, your message gets really, that's what it is. And Bernie Sanders is that fucking, "Look at this leg, don't you want this leg," on the street corner somewhere. And so for some reason, every in town showed up for Bernie Sanders. But again, because that's nothing compared to the artificial bullshit, we never hear it, and that's the Bernie blackout. And that's what happens. That's what is happening to me. Everything I'm saying and why I can't connect to Destiny, or I can't connect with anybody. I tried to talk to Sanders, AOC, what's it called? What's her name? Damn it, Elizabeth Warren, all of them. I talk to anybody, like somebody noticed me because I have a great mind, I have a great brain. I can show you the world. Like, literally, look at my videos lately, like all the old ones. Yeah, so I don't care. Try to judge me. Go ahead, bring it, bitch. I don't care. There's nothing about me that it's like screams like, ah, People try, but they can't find shit. They will look at like, "That's a good reason. That's a good reason." Fuck, I had nothing to argue with. And they try to say to bend it. What they'll do is they'll take a screenshot. This is actually what happens. Like in Congress, for example, it sucks because you're allowed 5 minutes, and the problem is that's how it works. Basically, is that they're allowed to speak for 5 minutes, and they go and show that 5 minutes, and it looks like it's working. And everyone's like, yeah, we believe him. And then when AOC talks, they show edited, basically. Oh, we edited both sides. His whole speech was 10 minutes. We only showed like 3 minutes. Yeah, but he was just sitting there like this for like 7 minutes. He's like, 3 minutes left. Now I'll talk to you guys because this is the part that I want to show the world. You know what I'm saying? They're not, and the game's rigged. That's what I'm trying to say. The game is rigged, right? That's what I'm saying. And you idiots are too fucking sheepish to fucking realize it, apparently. Just understand people are faking it and artificially inflaming it, and that's why we have what we have. But anyways, back to the story. Because again, the two are one, the same fucking thing.
I'm not a correctional officer. I'm pro accountability and transparency in my government that I help fund. That's all.
There's no alpha present, and that's why the world sucks. It's because the alphas like me are getting brain blacked out. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. There's plenty, I'm sure. The problem is anybody that has any sense of direction, you're banned. You're blacklisted and banned or blocked or whatever. Like Destiny's Discord and its chat room, I'm banned. Like anywhere you go, you're banned. If you show up on the right, you get shot. If you show up on the left, you get banned. Basically, no matter what's gonna happen. And we wonder why we had no fucking guidance, and we wonder why authoritarianism is a thing. It's because we have no one else. So
You just come up. You guys got a beautiful view here. Yeah, no, I'm just in the area. Okay. Again, just I travel the country, not just New York State. I travel the country. I've been to Hawaii, California. Yeah, correctional facilities, city halls.
see, he's trying to be an alpha so hard. He's searching, and he's trying to look for something to say, but he has nothing to say. And meanwhile, the Long Island audit is just jerk off. Yeah, he has no idea how to keep it going. And that's where the big dicks come from. Is because you keep it going.
Wherever the government is, I'm there asking questions and exercising my rights. A lot of people don't like people recording, but it's not my fault.
That actually came from nowhere, by the way. That would just be talking, which I tend to trust my gut now. So
I'm not doing anything wrong. At least according to my attorney and my knowledge of the law.
And for the record, I'm chubby because I can't run. Basically, I'm disabled. I had a stroke recently. I have a brain tumor, brain surgery where the doctor fucked up and ruined my life.
You know
what I'm saying? That's why. Meanwhile, what's your excuse, Sean Paul? What's your excuse? So and somebody and blah blah.
What's your favorite place you've been so far? Hawaii or?
See, searching, desperate.
Yeah, exactly. I'm show the nice view.
Not too hot.
No, it's not. Have the part where, well, inside the visiting hours, visit someone. Hey, Sarge, do you know when you have visiting hours here? Like, if I wanted to visit someone, I wouldn't bring the camera inside. But like, when's the typical visiting hours? Do you know? Well, inside the actual part where it's a restricted, the part where it's a restricted.
See, what dumbass is doing is no slow poke McGee, whose train hasn't arrived to the discussion yet. But because we have so many guardrails and so many safety designs, we allow fat blobs like him to exist where they shouldn't be. Like, how is that security? How is that security? I'm going to rape this building. I'm going to go and penetrate this building. And he's like, oh, no, you're not. And I was like, push it. He falls over. I can't get up. Help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nice job guarding, dumbass.
Area, though. Right.
But yeah, he's getting paid hell money.
No, it's not. How did I get in there?
And then fucking dumbass over here can't answer a basic question. It's because he's not a fucking guard either. He's getting paid to just stand around and act like he's fucking somebody. He's just like a bootlicker. That's what he is. He's a bootlicker. Because the security guards, they don't hire people that have a brain like mine. I know because I tried to work for one. Basically, I was denied. And again, I made the guy laugh, but the problem was he asked me, if this happened, what would you do? instead of me just saying, I'd beat him up, I'd jump around, yeehaw, like this stupid fucking generic response. I was like, can you explain it a little more? And then after that, he's like, okay, you have a brain? And nope, basically, that's what happened. And that's literally it. And everybody else there was that was in the office sitting around, just poking their buttholes like, oh, hey, wait, huh? Yeah, they had nothing going on. That's how it works. Family Dollar is the same thing. They won't hire anybody if you like. Why do you want to work here? Oh, I'm looking for a good place. Once upon a time, you could go to an application place or a place that accepts applications and be like, I'm looking for a good place, a place to call my home, a family away from a family, somewhere I can exist and work with people. I love solving problems, blah, blah, blah. That sounds great. That's perfect, wonderful. But nowadays, I'm just looking for a place to exist, man. I fucking hate living. Oh, perfect. I'll hire you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, and that's what sucks. And the reason why they want that is because you're easy to trick and manipulate. That's what they're looking for. Is someone who would do the lifting while I sit around and do nothing. I'm the boss. And that's all it is. That's all it is.
How did I get in there if it's restricted? Right? I mean,
I don't know. I was raised to read signs.
right. Well, they have to apply, and they have to be part of the law, sir. That's all.
Reading a sign is obeying the law.
There used to be signs that said no black people inside of the building, right?
But they're not here.
I'm just saying, would you have listened to those signs too?
Black.
I mean, I think you missed the point. Would you have stopped black people from getting in just because it had a sign that said no black
I
people?
think you're just...
I'm pointing
You don't think that's clear.
out the hypocrisy of signs aren't always
Don't argue it's stupid. There's a famous saying that I don't remember who said it. Someone said it, and someone's getting credit for it or something. I don't remember, but don't argue with stupid people, because what they'll do is they'll drag you down to their level to where the stupid is normal to me, and now it's normal to you, and they'll beat you with experience. So the saying is, don't argue with stupid people. They'll drag you down and beat you with experience.
audited weeks up. I was become down. Education. It's about bringing. Me, I'm not gonna get the historical background of it.
What are we waiting for?
That's what I got you outside.
I understand you guys got nothing better to do. Like, all of the people involved here are stupid slugs, and you just exist to absorb sunlight. But, like, what the fuck's the point? Like, why are you here?
I don't know. See how I can. I have all social media.
Like, the security guards, and they've been sitting around for like 20 minutes. What the fuck? What are they waiting for? The cops are here. Normally you're waiting for the cops. The cop is here. What the fuck?
I have no problem telling you, Trooper.
I have no problem telling you, troopers. You constantly stick up your ass, dude.
You just said if I don't leave, I'm going to be arrested, right? Crime.
They want you to leave.
It's pretty cool.
Sean,
Hey, sir.
talk to my supervisor.
Yeah.
Because this is state-owned property, they want you to leave. You have to leave. This is the last warning, or you're getting arrested.
Okay. For what? For what crime?
Trespassing.
Okay.
State property.
All right. No problem. I'll take it up in court. That's not a problem.
So you're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave the
Well, I'm not. You just said if I don't leave, I'm going to be arrested, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And this is the problem with you idiots. You're just like the stupid guard back there. Oh, it's a sign, and the sign says, it's like, this is why the right fell. It's because Christianity is the same thing. I can almost guarantee these two Christians, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's much like the Mormons out here, like where I was. Basically, it's just you're stupid and you're a book, basically. And the problem with being a book is that people will literally grab a pen and start writing inside the book and changing shit inside the book, and then they'll go on and rewrite the book and give you the rewritten book, and you'll still obey it because it's a fucking book, and you're fucking idiots. You don't use your head, and that's the point. You see, and they weaponize that. Whereas these guards are getting promoted, and there's a law, and this is authoritarianism. Basically, they're bootlickers, basically, and then we're trusting I'll take it to the court. Well, what happens if the court is like them? You know what I'm saying? the dumbasses that could only. That's the problem with intelligence or education rather, and why I gave up in school, because all it was is just education, and the point was I ain't here for education. I'm here to expand my intelligence, basically. And I'm willing to learn your education, your language. Like English is a language. I'm willing to learn English to further expand my mind and learn and understand certain like philosophy and psychology, basically, right? Like I can only do those because I speak the language. I can feel a certain way, and a dog can feel a certain way, and we can communicate based on that emotion. But that's with a dog, and I can do that with a human, but I can't go into a business and expect a business everyone's on the right page. That don't happen. Basically, I have to speak the language, and it helps I know español, pero like I know a little bit, so I can speak to people that they walk in like, ¿Cómo estás? And I'm like, oh, bien, bien, ¿cómo estás? And so we could go back and forth. No hablo mucho español, pero yo sabe un poquito, right? And so I can explain to them like, oh, I don't know a lot, but I know some, so bear with me, basically, right? And so we'll work on that, and then they leave and they go, and I'm willing to do that, right? But that's it. I'm not gonna. Oh, you gotta jump the hoops. You gotta suck my dick. You gotta do all this other stuff, and then now we'll accept you to the group. Fuck you in your fucking group. Like if that's the fucking case, like no, I'm not playing that fucking game. And that's kind of what the law is, and why fucking it's bullshit with the law. Like I literally, my motorcycle was broken because I got hit by a car because it didn't use its blinker, right? I couldn't do anything because I didn't have any money, basically, and because I was disabled and poor and broken, I couldn't do anything. So I got fucked over, basically, because this bullshit ass fucking law. And that's how poor people feel in general. It's they can't do anything because the system holds them down, basically. If you don't have anything, you can't survive. That's what I'm saying. We should hand out these phones. Basically, I paid $100 or something for this phone. Like if we gave everybody the phone and just said you are allowed to access it. Yes, yes. It's like what's it called? During what's called 9 to 5, the Wi-Fi automatically turns off and you can't turn it on. For example, on the free phones, you can buy a phone, right? And like there's certain things that poor people you need, basically, like school. You don't need to pay to go. You learn it because the system requires that you know English, basically. So that's you learn English. You know what I'm saying? Like fundamental schools. That's where you learn math. You learn all the basics of the world in school that you don't pay for. The reason why you don't pay for it is because you need to know it to get to just exist in society. Because with being a caveman is no longer an alternative way of living or surviving. So you can't do that. So as a result, they made it to where you have to go to school basically because you have to go to school, it's free is what I'm trying to say. Basically I'm saying that we should do the same thing with phones. Like technology is we're so dependent on it. Here's your phone, you know what I'm saying? Like literally it's that bad, basically. And what's going on is they're doing that, and dumbasses are too stupid to realize that it's like you need English to say, okay, sabes, you sabes, but we're not going to tell you por qué. No sabes eso, no sabes inglés, por qué no dime, right? Like, so it's like, I don't know English, why won't you tell me, right? Like, if you're expecting me to know, why are you, like, this is what they call, what's called, the money gap, or paywall, basically, right? Like, this should not be something that no one has, like for example, psychology should be in middle school and college. It should be mandatory that you take some, basically, because literally you need to know that people will reverse psychology you, and they will Pavlov you. Basically, they'll condition you. Here's your steak bell, ching, and your drool. Right, here's your steak bell, drool. Here's your steak bell, drool. So forth, do it 1,000 times. Right? So what happens? I walk up, ring the bell, you steal a jewel, but there's no stake. You should know why. You should know why. In school, they should explain to you why. You should know this as part of who you are. You know what I'm saying? But anyways.
Yeah, so I'll have my lawyer handle it from here. That's
Okay,
fine.
perfect.
Who was the supervisor you spoke to?
Sergeant Innes.
Sergeant Innes?
Yes, sir.
And what troop?
State Police Horseheads, Troop E.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Police Horseheads, Troop E.
Okay.
Again, disobedient, following orders, and doing what he's told. But this is why it's good. Hopefully he goes to court and he doesn't sell out of court like a bitch. And he's done that before. I was going to go to court, but I sold out of court, and now I can legally go into what's you can, but they can't. You understand? Stupid.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it.
And again, people shut me up and shut me down like they do Bernie Sanders because we explain the opposite of what they want. And they want good, obedient slaves, basically. And I'm trying to teach you not to be a broken home, and you shouldn't give up your castle and open your door to these dogs and Trojan horses because you're stupid. You have every fucking tool in the world at your disposal. Use them. There are poor people that wish they had what you have. Why are you fucking like, oh my god, I want to be like that poor guy. He looks so happy. What the fuck?
I think I can go out this way.
Just go down that way.
I just want to know. I don't know where I came from.
You walk up here, John.
Yeah, I walked up here.
Yeah, you can just take the stairs right down.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunate. Turned out this way. You know, that you violated my statutory rights. Very unfortunate, Trooper.
Yeah, no balls.
Very unfortunate.
No balls.
Threat of, you guys know me, I will follow up with a federal lawsuit here. Maybe a state lawsuit, because it is a state law that says that we have a statutory
Talk to your lawyer. Shut up.
right. A lot of times, the state will have to see how even accountable, just like Jeff Gray, troopers here, the correctional officers. It's going to be they always do this to themselves. They violate our constitutional rights, and now they're going to be
I don't know why Kate was looking back.
held accountable. You know, when Jeff Gray was threatened with arrest, he held them accountable for it, and I'm going to hold them accountable for it here. The Elmira Correctional Facility and New York State troopers
Oh, wait, so who you
held
talking
them
about?
accountable. You know, when Jeff Gray was threatened with arrest,
Who?
he held them held accountable. You know, when Jeff Gray was threatened with arrest,
Jeff.
he held
Gray.
them accountable for it, and I'm going to hold them accountable for it here. The Elmira Correctional Facility and New York State troopers who violated our constitution. But we all know Robert Brooks being brutally beaten. You know, was like they do this all the time. It's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. This could have been a teaching moment, but now we have to hold them accountable in court.
No, it is a teaching moment, you dumbass. Like, they didn't learn here, but they will. And the point is to teach everyone who watched the video. Everyone who watched it learned. And you need to go to court and go through with it all the way. Even if that means jail time for a day. Oh no, I can't be locked up for a day. Oh no, oh no. Stop being a bitch. I'm saying, we're talking about our rights here. I'm disabled. If I could, I would. You know what I'm saying? I'm relying on medications and so forth and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to do it, but I would, basically. If I had an able body like yours, for example, despite being womanly and bitchy and girly sometimes, because you bitch out, but instead of doing that, I'd go all the way, and you should.
Pay the filing fee, do what we need to do to
That
hold
filing fee paywall.
them accountable, and we will. So stay tuned to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next one.
Anyway,
Long Island Audit. Peace.
yeah, Long Island Audit. Check him out. He's not bad. He's okay. he's a pretty cool guy. Again, I hold high critique because this is something we all deal with and we're all facing. And he can do better. He can go further. He can push harder, but he doesn't because he's a bitch. Anyways, Godspeed, God bless. Praise Allah, praise BT Yevon. Yevon, by the way, is the god of Final Fantasy X. So, I played that game. So, anyways, be well, be happy, be safe. I'm out. Be well, God bless. And, as always, peace.